Hello, Twitch. Welcome in, everyone. Oh, give me one moment. I gotta go run outside and grab something. I just got my delivery. So, I apologize for starting and then having to leave here. But I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I'm back. Can you hear me? Good. Okay. So it's just my earbud that dropped out. And that's back now. Awesome. So, I got a new toy today. I've gotten a number of new toys this month. I should show you all my lovely new toys in the kitchen that I've gotten for my birthday this year. But this one we're going to use to make our bacon tonight, or at least some of it. Welcome in, Arcane Scorch. But I have an infuser, a smoke infuser. Which uses a little turbine fan as a vacuum to, or rather it pushes air out through there. Have burning wood there. And then we can feed that pipe into, say, in this case, we're going to put the bacon that I cured this past week and a half. I'm going to put that in a pan along with some smoke from this, and that'll get us some smoke. Like bacon, you're going to smoke it in a cold smoke for like 20, 40 hours. This is not going to get you that. But it'll be better than nothing. As I try and figure out how this fits together. There we go. Piece of tubing. You got a little wood. I got a cute little carrying case I'll probably never use. And they have a disc here designed sort of for, you can wrap the plastic wrap around it and then force this down through the center. At least I assume that's the plan there. It's not cut in either case, so I'm not going to do anything with that yet. But this is also for doing, like if you want to infuse a drink, you can put it on top of a glass and put a mug, and then you hook the hose up to the top of that. Just force a bunch of smoke in there. There's a number of old fashions and stuff like that they use that for. We got a little mini screwdriver here, a brush, a couple extra screens. Not quite sure what that little adapter doodad is, but they have that too. I've just been using it, Arcane. I mean, it's largely still on the outside of it a factory season. On the inside, it's just from my use. It's got some lard in there right now for frying. And then the other cast iron lovelies, we have our small, medium, large boys. And then I have a large cast iron flat top / grill top that covers 2 of my burners. Yeah, if you have this one, which I've recommended to people in the past, it was like a $40 combo I've seen in the past on Amazon. It doesn't have a great finish on it. It doesn't have a great seasoning on it. It came off really quick for me the first time I used it. But then I'm used to using my other ones that I've had for ages that are very well seasoned. In any case, I mean, Lodge is a pretty well-known name when it comes to cast iron, at least here in the States. What am I doing? What has happened to my apron? What did I do to it? It's like it's flipped inside out. There we go. How hard can it be to figure out an apron? Oh, in the States here, Lodge is a cookware brand that's done a lot of cast iron. They do a fair amount of enamel cast iron these days too. But yeah, I just wouldn't trust the factory. I mean, it's enough to get you started, but to preserve it, you got to give it some good heat. If you want to do a proper cure on a pan, what I would suggest you do is get yourself some, what is it? Oil. I've got some down here. Flaxseed oil, which is not a very good oil for cooking or eating. It's useful for certain things, but and people eat it for other nutrition reasons, but cooking wise, it's not a great cooking oil. It's great for giving yourself a nice coat to your pan. And so you can coat that with, just scrape it as clean as you can get. Use soap even if you want. Give it an immediate wipe down with lots of that flax oil before it can even flash over with rust. And then put it in your oven and bake the heck out of it for like a day and a half. You want that thing like smoking hot. And that will definitely get you that proper finish that you can use then. These ones up here all have very strong seasonings on them at this point. And I just torture them. Let's get some coffee going before we do our first Stream Raiders here in about 5 minutes. Wet down my filter first. I don't know if I got batteries for, oh, I know I have batteries for it, but do I have batteries that I can easily get for this? So I teased all the gifts that I got. And one I don't even really want to pick up right now because it got some weight to it. But one of the gifts my folks got me was I've got a grinder now. A meat grinder now. And unfortunately coming after the pig. And so the pig was already divvied up without plans for doing any of grinding. But we may do some grinding here in the future. I would love to do some hot dogs. Some like fresh, proper homemade hot dogs. Another one of those ingredients that just does not compare the like brined stuff at the store compared to a fresh dog from home. But also open to all other sorts of lovely things that we can do with that now. We can start grinding our own hamburger meats. Can start You know, the next time I get a half pig or anything else in here, we can use the grinder and make sausages and use all the other parts in there too. Along with the grinder, we've got ourselves a proper bread whisk. And an emulsion whisk. We're working on getting our emulsions real quick. Hey, Bun Buns. Welcome in. In here I was worried I was going to have to use bacon without smoke. I think I got 2 here. Yes. I'm going to have to do some digging to get a couple more batteries. I shall be right back. Let's see. Battery tub. Actually, we'll leave these where they were. And we're going to hope that these have got enough of a charge to help us tonight. Batteries for my new mini smoker. What a weird design. All right, so let's test our fan. Alright, so our little fan works. And then, so, as I was sort of showing before, that then slips in there. We put our wood chips in there, stir a little fire, and then that fan is going to draw the air out through this tube, forcing it to wherever we want to smoke. Ooh, need a new thing, sugar. Ooh, I forgot I had those. I gotta use those soon. Tortillas, I forgot. I got the tostada still a bit that I bought to make the crunch wrap at home. Welcome, Frenchcore. Is this really my coffee view? This doesn't look nearly as zoomed as it normally is. Changed around the camera a little bit. Hey, Ada. Welcome. Cheers, everyone. Happy Sunday to you. Now that I've welcomed you all in, let's go to war. My normal coffee buns. Victory! Victory! Head Mama Bear, welcome in, getting them kills tonight. Honorable mention, Natural Born Camper getting another 4 kills for us. HUD getting those scrolls. On to the boss. I'm going to go towards the bottom here. And let the other one come towards us here. Let's go after this guy. Let's take a look at what else we got going on in the game here tonight. 2 tanks. We can do that. We'll skip these down here. I'm not too... It's 250, but 5 mages. Like, why am I going to do 5 maths for 250? Ugh. And upgrade my Saint. Okay, as for dinner tonight, I think we'll get started with the bacon. Let's try out the new toy. Gonna have to pull out that cheesecake from yesterday that's in the way. I mean, I pulled that out to give that a shot the other night, and I forgot about that. And we got our bacon. Put the cake back in the fridge. Okay, so the other night, I took these out and rinsed the cure off of them. And so now I'm going to freeze them. I'm going to freeze these 2 packages. And we're going to use this one tonight. The smallest one. I might split this. I'm going to split this one into 2 before I freeze it. But is that going to fit in here well? I'm sort of tempted to slice this. I'm going to slice this in half. I'm going to slice this in half. Bacon. And ideally, you want a rack or something to lift these up off of the bottom. I don't really have a rack that's going to fit well in my... At least I don't think I do. Do I have anything that I can put underneath there easily? I can't really think of anything. But for better airflow, obviously, if we're going to be smoking these, we want to be able to get smoke all the way around them, not just on the top and the sides. I'll save this for splitting that other pack up here soon. Alright, so this is the plan here, basically. We want this to be around there like that. Yeah. I'm going to start by doing a little plastic wrap over the front. So now we got that part like that. How to place this? And so we pour our little mini wood chips. In there as such. Hey Lexi, welcome in. And let's see if this will do it. I bought this more for doing the gas. It should technically light stuff. And so we'll turn our fan on here and try and light this. There we go. I'm going to cut it right there. That's got a little bit of smoke all over the place, but it's definitely gotten some smoke on that. I already have the stove fan on low, so that's sucking up some of the air here. And we'll just let the smoke sit on that for a little while. Is it clearing up now? Let's see if I can't change something here real quick. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Let's cut you up to about there. There, that's a little bit better. Minor fix. Alright, so now those have been sitting for a little bit. Circle, you can see, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but I can see the smoke pattern swirling inside there by shaking it. Let's split this into two. Now I'm gonna use water displacement to make sure these are nice and sealed up tight. Ooh, that's warmer water than I want to put on that bacon. That was a mistake. Apologize for that, folks. Need to sit here and refill that again. So how is everyone this Sunday? How's everyone's Sunday been? How's your weekend? What's new? What's happening? We're going to have a fun night tonight. I've got to get the bacon. I still got to get the pork out of the freezer. Just not planning for tonight, I guess. We got our bacon that we're going to be smoking. Or rather have smoked, and they're going to be slicing and wrapping our tenderloin with. Going to be using some of that with some mashed potatoes. It still might be too much water. It's a gaming weekend. That sounds like a good one, Lexi. Alright, I'm getting water all over anyways. But at least you see what I'm talking about. Sleep well, Hud. Thank you for joining in. Thanks for joining in with the battle. Both of them. That one I already... Ooh. That one can be resealed, but we need to lose a bit more water for that. Pretty good, Bun Buns. Pretty good. Didn't do all I intended to get done, but got the major stuff done. Just in case we got any cured bacon funkiness in here. Give this a quick scrub. Alright, so we'll take the lid off of that now and let all that smoke out. It smells quite smoky in here right now. It smells a bit like a campfire in the house right now. But that is now our lightly smoked bacon. And we can repeat the process if we want on the other side here. The little pellets they gave with me, I'm not sure off the top of my head what they sent with it. They were showing several different ones that they have. Yeah, it doesn't say in their little manual thingy. But again, this is not going to impart the level of smoke that even just smoking it on your grill will do. But I don't really have a good grill setup here, and so this is my potential alternative. But I have to get into that back cooler to deal with this loveliness here. Put these away and get my tenderloin out. Which means I gotta turn you off from following me. I might as well just turn that camera off for a second. Got the bacon. Okay. Tenderloin procured. So this is the, I cut the tenderloin down and I kept a couple of pieces with other parts that I did from the pig. This is the part we're going to use tonight, which is actually slightly folded over. And I'll just throw that back in that same pot yet again with some cold water over it. So the bacon, I now got to cut some bacon. It's looking a little fatty there. Even for bacon for me. Got that beautiful cherry red from the cure. Not very even on my slicing tonight. And again, this is rather... It's not like I froze it or something ahead of time to seize it up a bit. Oh, just fillet for me. It's probably enough to wrap the tenderloin, but certainly not enough for our mashed potatoes, too. Yeah, it's much easier to cut when it's partially frozen, or if you got yourself a proper meat slicer too, but they don't really have good home versions of those. They're too expensive. The original owner of the trailer, I bought the trailer used about, what was it, 5, 6 years old when I bought it. It hadn't been heavily used. It wasn't, the guy who had bought it initially quickly went out of business and then leased it to someone else that I don't think was really ever using it either. This didn't really work well last time, but we're going to give it a second shot. No, it's not going to work this time either. We're just going to deal with that being a big piece of bacon. Bacon. Almost tempted with how easily that smoked to give this a second smoke with it all sliced up like this. In fact, I think I might do that. Because with all the extra surface area, that'll get a lot more smoke on it, a lot more smoke flavor in it. We'll have to come back to that. I'm going to wrap this up in plastic again. Whoa. Victory. That was a quick one. That wasn't much of a boss. Hud and B and Z getting our rewards there. Congrats to you. Pursoon and Subi getting our kills and assists. Check something here right quick. Yeah, okay. On to the next. Some goodies for me. And let's see which route we want to take. We can do... Can we do gold, green, gold, and blue? Oh yeah, we're doing everything. I need to put a tank out there for my quests. I'm going to put him in that corner there. And I'm going to say, that's cool. This is not. That's not. And that's overflow. All right, gonna get back to smoking here again. Could go like that. All right. Let's try this a second time here. See if we can't get this all on screen. Add a bit more burning material to our machine here. There, I think I finally got it. It's got a little ember going. Getting a decent amount of smoke coming back out of this, too, but... Need something not quite as high. I'm gonna keep playing with this. Just let that keep going. And see, it just sort of constantly sucks air down past it. And turn the fan off, close that up. Just let it sit on the smoke for a little bit. It's one you got. It's cool and it's fun, but controlled environment. Yeah, this is not going to be jostled around. This can easily start a fire if you're... I mean, I was worried about what I was doing even with this to stabilize it. If you can do more to make sure it's a stable and not going to rock around. Like, this is a very nice, both with the battery pack and the square design, it's very stable. Tells me that I need to go through my rubber band pile here. We can quick grabbed the bowl as a prop. Okay, on to potatoes now. We'll let that sit with the smoke for a little bit longer. Just a little bit. Potatoes are going to be garlic seasoning, sour cream, butter, and bacon. I guess I'm using this blade tonight. I just pulled that out for the bacon first thing. I like leaving the skin on in my mash, but at the same time I don't like big pieces of skin. And it drove me nuts working at my first kitchen job. Had the horror story of they used to make mashed potatoes for the small cafe downstairs, and they would make the mashed potato. It was essentially only used for kids. Like, it wasn't on. It might have been with the fish dish that they did like once a week, but it was mostly going towards kids. And so they'd make mashed potatoes upstairs on the big mixer once a week, and then leave it refrigerated for the week and microwave it to order. I can't imagine they were very good mashed potatoes. But they would also just leave the skins on and mix them in the mixer and use the mixer to tear up the skins, whatever it was going to tear them up. It was mostly just going to, toss them around in there so you get these pits of skins in the thing. And so my thing is whenever I am cooking taters, I try and slice them up nice and small so that the skin is all broken up small. Yeah, it was a members restaurant slash, I don't know, pool restaurant at an athletic club, a private athletic club that not many people were eating there. Like, the people that could afford to eat there weren't interested in eating there. I think after I left, they started like bundling things in order to make sure people went to eat there, because otherwise they weren't getting their full membership benefits. But yeah, it was more like almost to make the club sound more impressive. We've got 2 restaurants. We've got a staff for half of one, but we've got 2 restaurants. They had an upstairs, more fancy restaurant. But basically, I think they just stole the staff from my restaurant and had the sous chefs actually cook for once a week when it was open. I remember getting that job. I was basically cooking a meal for one of the sous chefs. I think they were just using it as an excuse to get some free food. But I had to cook a steak for one of the chefs or sous chefs and temp it properly. And I had never worked a station like that before. Like I wasn't like I had only like read about, okay, this is about medium rare, this, 5 years, fuck no. More like 20. No, 5 years ago I was in full-fledged business at the farmers markets, in over my head, knowing that I needed to change something in order to make the business worthwhile. Um, I don't remember it being very spot on, but he accepted it and I got the job. So, good enough. Taters on the water. I'll take the smoke off of the bacon now. We defrosted over here, Tenderloin, for the most part. Okay. Unlike most other colleges, and I think they've probably pretty much thrown that out themselves at this point. But when I started at the Culinary Institute of America, there was a requirement that you had worked a certain amount of time in actual kitchens. It wasn't like most colleges don't require you work somewhere before you go to college. And it's because they wanted you to realize what type of a business you were signing up for. And that's largely why I was working there, was to get that education requirement to go to the Culinary Institute after having spent time at the local college and realizing culinary was what I wanted to pursue. So I'm just going to start wrapping. But I'm going to start by putting a piece on the end here and wrapping that over. Hey, Ozzy. You missed all the smoking fun earlier, Ozzy. I smoked all my bacon using my new little mini hand smoker. This little guy over here on the edge of the counter. Giving all of our bacon a nice smoky flavor to it. I was smoking my bacon. Hmm. Alright, so there is our bacon wrap tenderloin. I know it's a little off of the edge of the camera there, because it was off the edge of the board. Unboxing the bacon. So let's cook some bacon. Do I want to actually, let's use the large one. Let's use the large cast iron. And let's move the oil over here for now. Pan bacon. I don't do pan bacon a lot, but we have to render this out a little bit. Oh wow, I can smell the smoke on this. Yeah. I'm just worried that it's maybe a little too strong. I think it's time to get some water. I love how the music then did right after I said it's time to get some water. It's like it made it sound so depressing. That's interesting. It shouldn't be. Cheers, folks. Let's go to war where that bacon cooks. Or do I want to do I want to do kill and field out here. I think I want to do kill and field. Wow, some of those are slow to move. I was expecting them all to catch up. We're gonna have to run after things. Huh. That worked for me. Uh, Sophie getting us some kills. Azims. I'm not sure on the pronunciation. They're getting us a bunch of assists. Honorable mentions to B and Z. And Anziamis for kills too. B and Z and Div Wilson getting those rewards. Ooh, I keep forgetting to move that back over here. That needs to go back over here. I need to give all you more gold. Yes, that bacon is still cooking. Turn the pan 180 degrees. I did turn the flame considerably down because battle. We'll see what we're doing here in 30 minutes. Back to that stove. And that bacon. That bacon. Come on, focus, camera. Focus, camera. Down here. Down here. And give that a bit more attention now. Is this cat bothering you? Yeah, and that's the scraps. That's the leftovers. The nice stuff went around the tenderloin. These are all the good pieces here. Oh. Are you seeing I have more than one cat now? Hey, Evangeline. I don't know if there's anything to boo about bacon. Bacon's a pretty amazing thing. The cat man with no cats. The cat man who's allergic to cats. Sausage bacon, huh? Yeah, we're going to have to do some more sausage here on stream. I don't know if everyone heard my announcement earlier on. I was telling everyone all the lovely goodies that I got this year for my birthday earlier. I now have a full-fledged countertop grinder. So we're going to be doing some sausages and stuff here in the future. Maybe doing some home-ground hamburgers. The next time I break down a pig. Unfortunately, I got it after I got the pig. But next time, we'll make some plans to grind some parts up and use them for other things. We still might do that. I got some big slices of ham in there that I don't really have good plans for. And also got myself a bread whisk. Or I think it goes by the term Danish whisk. Really great for working really stiff doughs and still mixing them at the same time. And I've got an emulsion whip now, or a type whisk to get us an emulsion much quicker. I want to cook all this bacon off before I do the tenderloin. I'm going to start this around the time actually, we can get that started right now. Let's put some flame under those taters. Put a lid on them too. On the other side of the stove there. I've never heard that term before, but I've heard of Danish whisk before, but yeah. That should be good for mixing up some of those breads and stuff, and maybe the bread rolls that I've been doing lately. Want that to cook a bit longer. It's a pretty thick piece of bacon there. Even though we got a nice sear on the outside, it's certainly not done. Absolutely, Evangeline. Yep, it's entirely for those things that you actually still want to whisk up, but are way too hard for those much softer wired, bendable ones. Already, Evangeline? Potatoes O'Brien. Bacon, eggs, corned beef, and toast. That's one heck of a breakfast. I mean, you're talking about giving a that's some cooking there. Were you gonna freeze them or? Potatoes O'Brien's, onions and peppers. Eventually. There's actually 2 kids in my college class, Culinary Institute, both with the last name O'Brien, and they would just say potatoes to each other and laugh. Just randomly hear potatoes. And I most certainly want this all nice and crispy, because this is all going in the taters. Look at my name. Well, do we even get phone books anymore? You look at my name in a phone book and you get, 5 pages, and that's just the local one. Hey, Sparkle R's. Sparkle Reyes? Now that piece there finally starting to look done. Cleaning sounds like my plans. Oh! I'm also going to be streaming. See, I forgot what I'm doing tomorrow. Remind me, Dinner Command. Wet vac the washing machine. Cheese and jalapeno. Well, I don't have a russet, but cheese and jalapenos. Hmm. Heat off on the pan. What a dad joke. So our taters are up to a boil over here on the other side of the stove. I'm just going to let those keep going for a little bit and make sure they're cooked through. I'm going to cut off either end of this bamboo skewer so it's not taking up so much room. And pull out the wire cutters. And I'm just going to give that a snip here safely down the way a little bit. If it wants to stay, cut. There we go. And since this pan is already warm, we're going to keep using it. Put a nice full flame underneath there. Reduce it down to about a nice searing temp. And cut side down. We're going to lay down our tenderloin. Squidfish! Thank you for that raid. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for that raid. Where are we all coming from? What were we streaming tonight? Welcome, welcome. We're doing bacon foods this week. So, we got some 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago? I broke down a half pig here on stream. And so this is bacon that I have cured at home. Smoked it earlier today using my own little mini smoker. And I've just cooked that off. And we also got all this lovely bacon wrapping the tenderloin in the pan. Valheim with Tribau. Realizing things are all messed up over here. Oh well, whatever. And so we're going to cook this until that bacon somewhat secures itself in place. And the proteins tend to actually act like glue when you cook them. That's why we use egg all the time for sear things when we're not using just water. Debating whether I should cut the heat on these potatoes yet or not. I'm going to give them a little bit longer. And so searing this, once we get a decent sear on that side that's got all the cuts on it, it should hold together pretty well. That's the hope. How's your evening going, Ozzy? Move it so that the thicker end towards the bottom of the pan is a little bit more directly under the flame. Nice, Ozzy. Let's chop up a little bit of this cooked bacon. Oven cooking bacon is just the best way. This was all uneven slices, hand cut. It wasn't going to do well in the oven, but it's the best way to do bacon. I just got to eat that little piece. Buns. No to the hot weather. Just no. Yummy. Last 2 minutes, get units on the battlefield. I haven't done a whole lot of canned salmon in my life. Had my fair share of canned chicken and my fair share of canned tuna, even though they've probably been selling tuna in packets for like 10, 15 years now. I had one of those feeling really old moments earlier today when I saw a video today on the one of the first major military drones. I forget the name of it, but you have the Reaper and the ones that are like actual plane-sized drones that are just staying up there in the air and watching things for hours at a time. They've been flying those things for 20 years. It's like you sort of wonder, like, most of the advanced and like new technology that the government has and stuff like that, you hear that and read that, that's all like Cold War stuff. That's all hugely outdated. It really sort of scares me to think what these top governments can actually do 40 years later. To war. Victory. That was quite a battle. Simizel and Deer Apple getting those kills this round. E and Z and Sumicel. Sorry, that's how I'm going to pronounce it, I guess. Getting those rewards, pushing that gold back over the viewers I've been trying to do for the last, like, 5 maps. Yep, that's all it takes to remind you. Start at the bottom down here. I don't know that it really matters. It's all burnt. It's all oily. Let's use this over here. Give us our first turn here. Attempt. Actually, I'm thinking I should just do the back and make sure we get the back nice and whole with everything there. Emergency! Emergency! We need some emergency tax. Emergency toothpicks. Espresso-based frap. It's sort of strange how things change over the years. How one point Starbucks was like the place that people wanted to work because, I mean, as the like fast food jobs because of the benefits and stuff they were providing compared to, say McDonald's or whatever. And now they're all getting into union and politics, and can't everything just stay simple? But yeah, I am not a big fan of Starbucks. I don't really like. I'd probably have the most boring, basic order if I ever went to one. I'd probably order like a vanilla latte or something because their coffee is just so horrid. And like, there's no such thing as hiding a horrid product. Like, a lot of people try and do that with their cooking. And once you just have a bad flavor, you're pretty much just stuck with that. Yeah, I've done green tea. That, like I've talked before in chat about if I go out for a walk or something like that summertime, I actually like some like unsweetened green tea. And that's the sort of thing, because I'll be out somewhere. I haven't had any of their lemonades though. I don't have any clue what they're like. That was still needed. Dragon fruit lemonade with strawberry acai, half dragon fruit and half strawberry inclusions. What the heck is an inclusion? It's like extra flavoring or something? Fresh fruit added with the ice. Oh, okay. So actual fresh fruit is an inclusion. I'm sorry, I take offense to that word for some reason. It just doesn't sound like food to me. I got the Oreo inclusion. I mean, so I've done the top and the bottom. I'm starting to do the sides here of the tenderloin. They're not really the sides. I've always sort of treated like the cross section of a tenderloin is sort of oval, and so I've always treated the top and the bottom as the long flat sides of the oval compared to what I consider the top and the bottom, or the side. You get what I mean. The small sides are not the top and bottom. They're the sides. Have I confused everyone now? Good, okay. How far cooking are we done on this? You got further to go? Okay, small side, even though it hasn't seen as much heat, it's pretty much cooked. We're actually feeling okay up here too, especially if I rested it. Focus camera. gonna strain the water off of my mashed potatoes. And cut up some butter to throw in there. Steal the sour cream while I'm at it here. And let that melt down a little bit. Wish I still had the small little serving slash finish cutting board. Used to have a small, like something like that, cutting board. Have a good one, Evangeline. Heat off on our pork. So there is our pork for tonight. We'll let that hang out a little bit longer and rest. Considerably long cook time for that, but I did it low and slow and turned it, trying to get a good sear on all that bacon, trying to render out a lot of the fat. Back to Taterland. We need to add our seasoning here. Salt, pepper. I always want to tilt this for the camera, but it grinds so much better when you hold it straight up and down. And garlic powder. We'll give that all a good mash. Alright, sour cream time. Alright, mixing those taters up now. The bacon. Make sure we don't got any pockets of sour cream or anything left. It's almost like that bacon disappeared in there. Nice smooth mash for not going through a press. Put a lid on that just to try and keep a little bit of heat trapped for a couple minutes. Back to pork and bacon. This is all going to be messy on this end here. So I'm thinking I'm just going to do that. And then a little bit over for myself normally. We got medium well on our pork. Still slight pinkishness. Let's plate some dinner. Nice big old mound of our bacon mash. Tried to put the small lid on top of the potatoes. Didn't quite fit. Okay, not my prettiest plating here tonight. It'll work though. Little sprinkle of greenage. Little freeze-dried oregano. Didn't want this to be a project. I just wanted the knife to be a little bit cleaner. I guess it's a project. Nice. So that's looking yummy. I think that's going to be delicious. I want to give everyone a quick look at day 2 of our cheesecake too. I did this at the beginning of the stream, but minus the hair. We have our cheesecake now nicely settled. Solid unit. And when I slice it this time, I hope it to be much creamier. Yeah. Nice, dense but creamy cheesecake. Absolutely love that recipe. So much easier and less nail biting than your traditional cheesecake. And it's wrinkled to begin with, so you don't have to worry about getting wrinkled. Let's do one hype of the Discord tonight. I haven't talked about the Discord tonight at all. Come on, mouse, work with me, please. Over on this screen. There we go. We got our dinner vote still going. Gonna close that off tomorrow. It's looking like it might be dragon fruit, but frozen blueberries is not far behind. Please feel free to make your votes known in Discord. But it's looking like a fruity Wednesday. It's going to be an inclusion Wednesday. And we got our last battle of the evening. I'm going to steal a bite of food while we're waiting. Starting with pork right off of the board. Nice whole slice of it here with a whole slip of bacon. Mighty tasty. Maybe a bit more salt. Pork is maybe slightly over. Like I was saying, it's a medium rare, or medium well to a well, which is overdone for me. Mashed potatoes are awesome. Nice and smooth. They got nice little bits of bacon in them. 20 seconds. I still have sour cream in the house that I haven't used up. That's probably only got a day or two left on it, though. It was starting to look like it was getting old. Whoa. Orc tracks. It's like we're fighting two wars here. We finished the first one. Now we're on our second. Gotta kill all those zombies. Victory. Twice. Benjamin's bottom. Getting those kills. Dear Apple, getting us those assists. Let's see here. Honorable mention the Soulsbane for kills. Shoehorn. We have some shoemakers in chat. B and Z and Soulsbane getting those final scrolls of the evening. And we will continue on here tomorrow, going after that green, gold, and blue chest on this map. Hope you come back to join me for that tomorrow. Let's see if we got anyone we can say hello to this evening. Let's see who's online tonight. Let's see who's streaming tonight. Ooh, here's an interesting streamer that I have not... Is this a streamer that I've done before? I know that I've rated a T streamer. There's two T streamers that I know here on Twitch. And this is one of them. And I can't remember if this is the one that I've rated previously or if it's Tila T. Anyways, I'm going to send all you lovely folks this evening to go hang out with Oolong Crossing. Who, as usual, is doing a nice tea tasting and critique and talking about, usually got some staples to eat along with it. I do believe this is the one that I've sent you off to hang out with before. Lovely streamer. I hope you have a good time. I hope to see you back here tomorrow. And I hope you all have a great night. Goodbye now.